Right. Hello, everyone. There we go. Looks like we're live. I'm Professor McCoy. Welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance II. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. It's been a little while. Things have come up. I apologize. We missed our Mardi Gras stream, but that's fine. We were in the process last week of making homemade king cakes. It was great. Turned out deliciously. Oh shoot, there might still be some in the fridge. I just remembered. Maybe I'll have a snack after stream or something. If it's not too stale. We'll see though. Anyway, it was excellent. On Mardi Gras, that Tuesday when you're supposed to have king cake. Anyway. Good evening, everyone. Let's get back into things. We were just in the process of robbing the Italian court. I say robbing, not burgling, because this was no Italian job. This was no Ocean's 11. This was very much a go in, take hostages, steal everything you could find. This was not a cat burglar. This was a big cat burglary, I guess you'd call it. I don't think anyone calls it that. But yeah, no, it was it was quite a thing. It was quite a robbery we did. Alright, let's see what Catherine's up to. You look pretty. No, let's not.
Say, how goes it? Are our captives harassing you?
You mean the occasional screams of desperation, threats of damnation and the like? In one ear and out the other. They can harass all they want. Zhishka's order was clear.
Hey Grace, good evening.
No one goes in or out.
No, I don't need to go see Musa. Why? Why him in particular? Like, okay.
I'll get going now.
Get a move on. I'm getting tired of all the horse shit coming from behind the door.
It annoys me how much this game is seemingly obsessed with Musa. Oh, look, a privy. Let's close that. Nope, not inside. Anyway, I'm doing all right. Still a bit sniffly from my illness this weekend. I was a bit under the weather, but I am mostly recovered. I've been witty. Blessed Lent. Thank you. Oh, okay. So let me give you the. Oh, look, another privy with a cow skull. That's an odd decorative choice. Kingdom Come Deliverance is a historical RPG set in the late 14th, early 15th century. You play in Bohemia. So basically, just on the cusp of the Hussite Wars, on the cusp of the modern period, for that matter. You play as this guy, Henry of Skalitz. He is a bastard son of... Oh, that's a spoiler, but it will become very obvious very shortly, so I'm sorry if you're trying to avoid spoilers. I will say it is worth playing. Absolutely worth playing. But, it's... I am going to spoil some things, I suppose. You're the bastard son of a local noble, being raised by the village blacksmith. Town blacksmith, I guess, not so much village. And you go on various adventures in the first game. Basically going through and trying to restabilize some of the political insanity that is going on around your little region, around the Skalitz region, Bohemia, including trying to eventually get revenge on the people who attacked and slaughtered your home village, killing your parents, your presumptive parents at least, and most of the people you know. The second game is once you have achieved a little bit of status in the world, you're sent by your real father and also some other local lords as part of a group of envoys to go and try and make some additional alliances with some other lords. Everything goes horribly wrong. You start off again kind of in the mud, trying to build your way back up in a new strange area. It's very cool. I will say, at this point, I think I like the first one a little better. That isn't to say the second game is not good. It just has more flaws that show up, especially later. I don't know if I can get into some of it if you want, but yeah, it is not a bad game at all. They're both very good. It's just that I do think that the first one is still a bit better. Who are you? Winwhittle said, Winwhittle or Winwitty? Witty, got it. Reminds me of the Martin Septim guy from Oblivion, who was also a bastard. I mean, it's a really common medieval fantasy trope. It's a great way of having a sort of everyman nobody character who turns out to be important. It's a really useful little narrative tool. Just watched a YouTube short of Kingdom Come Deliverance clip where the guy recites the full Lord's Prayer. I've been getting a lot of recommendations in my algorithm because of it. It seems interesting. Yes, yeah. It is pretty authentically religious. People actually take religion quite seriously, which is appropriate to the period, of course. You know. That said, there is some impropriety here and there. In terms of people not being supremely pious in some cases. I mean, for one example, if you go back to the previous game, there's one instance where basically you wind up going out drinking with I don't need that, with a local parish priest, and it ends in all manner of debauchery, and it even ends with the option of violation of the seal of the confessional, of a non-ordained person basically taking part of the role of a priest. Nothing sacramental, but still inappropriate. There's some bad things going on. I will say it was to the point where I basically went back and did a sort of penance stream where I not stream, but I re-recorded that segment taking the other path because I realized while it was a probably the more interesting path to follow, the way of doing that quest. It was also a bad choice, so I went back and did it the other way. I did the quest the other way. And for example, right now, this very quest involves that same priest, who is sort of on the road to recovering a bit of his honor and justice. Not always doing so well, because in this case he got pulled into a situation where he winds up impersonating a cardinal, because the cardinal who you were supposed to be basically convincing or coercing into helping you wound up getting accidentally killed, and so naturally the way to solve that problem is to imitate said cardinal and take his place at a conclave. Not a conclave, but a minor local council, basically. He's the papal legate. Anyway, so yeah, there are some let's say sinful bits going on, and of course, there's whores that exist. You can, of course, mostly ignore them. It is very good though, very good. Oh, Grace has a pineapple cake. As last Tuesday, it was also some Lunar New Year. It had tins of nice ones in my local grocery store. Huh. See, being from a subtropical climate, I don't know what it's like to not have pineapples year round. That is they like grow outside kind of thing. They're not native here, but they grow well and have been relatively imported. Oh yeah, yeah. Yes, Woonwitty, that's absolutely right. It's very much educational rather than satisfying. A lot of it is also satisfying. It is a good sort of hero's journey tale, especially the first one, of sort of Henry finding his place in the world, deciding whether he's going to seek revenge or seek justice, all that kind of stuff. It is still quite satisfying. But also there are some real significant moral choices that have interesting implications. And I'm a philosopher. I don't know if you're probably, I think maybe new to the channel. I don't recognize you in the live chat. I am a philosopher, like by training. My actual job, I teach philosophy, and so I started doing these live streams to talk about the what we can of the philosophy of these various games, sort of analyzing them as literature. And this series, both of these games have been a ripe source of topics to discuss. Absolutely. They're ethical, political, religious, social, all kinds of questions that get brought up here. I don't know, what is the holdup? What am I supposed to be doing? I'm not supposed to go in there. Okay, cool, good to know. Move it, suck. Okay, alright. To be fair, also, worth noting, at this point in the game, we are working with a bunch of somewhere in between rebels and bandits. So there's that. Oh, this is my chest. Why is this my chest? I can just... Oh, wow, I really can just steal everything here then, because I have a chest right here. I can put everything in. Oh, wow, alright, that's spectacular. Great. I didn't realize that. That's fine. All right. Those are quest items. Anything else I need to put away? I think so. I think we're good. Armor's... I'm gonna keep it. Why not? I don't care. Yes, I recognize that it's stolen, but it doesn't matter. Alright, this does, although, that there being a chest there does mean that I can, in fact, steal everything here. So, that's nice. Yeah, so I will also say, the all of my live streams, both for this game and for others, are still up on the channel. So feel free to go back through, and I would recommend this series. It was absolutely worth watching, and I might say, don't watch, play it first, because it's absolutely worth playing. Absolutely worth playing. And that's great. I'm going to take literally everything. I'm just going to take everything. Yeah, Winwitty, it is very good. It's definitely worth playing yourself. But barring that, or maybe after that, check it out. Check out the live stream. Live streams don't need them. Chris says pineapple cake is this little cake of Taiwanese origin, filled with some form of sweet jam like pineapple center, and a shortbread reminiscent of outer? Oh, shortbread reminiscent outer. Got it. The outside can range from sucks all wetness from the mouth to, like the ones I have, being that sort of the perfect sort of shortbread-like texture of not being dry but not being too soft either. Interesting. I see that as way over encumbered. That's fine. I'm beefy. I'm a big guy. I can do this. Oh, look how slow I'm moving. Good Lord. Yeah, I think of pineapple cakes as being extremely moist. Like something like a pineapple upside down cake, that sort of thing. Oh, I didn't need to drop any of this, I realize.
Henry, what's the holdup? Henry, move it, Sacra!
Oh, be quiet, you.
Henry, come on. We've been here for too long now.
No, we haven't. Be quiet.
Henry, what's the holdup?
I'm looting, like you told me to.
Henry, what's the holdup?
Like Samuel told me to. Anyway.
Henry,
Um.
what's the holdup?
Yeah, let's put all this in the chest, shall we? Given the gratuitous amount of money I already have, I don't need to do this. But why not? Right. The good news is I'm no longer over encumbered. I mean, just dropped all that off, but I'll make sure I don't need to drop anything else real quick. Just run through everything. Wish this went faster. And keep those. Those are plot important, I think. Keep the armorer's kit and the cobbler's kits. I need them. I might need them. I probably don't, but I might. I'm gonna put away all of the dice except for the ones I actually use. They do weigh a little tiny bit. Alright, that'll do. Well, okay, Grace, the thing is, with Lent, it really depends on like what you are doing, right?
Come on!
You don't have to fast from sweet indulgences. In fact, you totally can do that. You can have that if it, which again, my
Henry, come on! We've been here for too long now.
I ordinarily don't have all that many like sweets and cakes and things anyway, so I don't.
What's the
I'm
holdup?
considering that an issue.
Come on! Someone can come at
But
any
in addition to Meatless Fridays, which is already a penitential thing anyway, everyone takes on their own particular form of penance or their own particular acts of prayer, prayer, fasting, or almsgiving, or some combination thereof. All right.
Henry, move it, Sacra!
Shut up. Where do I need to go? Okay. I need to talk to Ziska, I guess. You posted in Discord, but you don't want to kill Slayer with the cuteness of the shape and tin of my pineapple cake. Cakes are the cakes are shaped like Hello Kitty, and the tin has Hello Kitty on it. Go for it, absolutely go for it.
I'm here.
Finally, the changing of the guard. Kobienka will be happy. He's bored out of his mind here, which is actually a good thing.
What about Capon?
He said he wouldn't mind staying. I have a feeling he doesn't really want to go into the passageway. But orders have to be obeyed, noble or not.
Yeah.
We could get in a lot of trouble otherwise.
I mean, he's got his claustrophobia is really understandable given the almost being crushed to death under rubble from being hit with a cannon.
I can't even believe how smoothly everything went.
Why wouldn't it? A good plan and a good crew. What could go wrong?
Shishka,
What's going on?
Except for Adder.
they're here.
Who?
Soldiers, Pragas. They're coming from all sides.
We've got company. Fuck! Everyone, hide!
Oh. Ladders? Really? Oh, is that... Back in. Yes, isn't it?
Shiska!
Yeah.
I know you're in there!
He sounds mad.
What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be licking Markvart's ass in Sedlitz?
Oh, it's...
I got word of what you were
It's
up
extra
to
funny.
here. Decided I just couldn't miss it. What do you want? Open the gate. Hand over Radzig's bastard. And I'll let the rest of you leave.
Interesting.
There is no such person here. We both know you don't stand a chance. And I'm offering you your lives in exchange for that piece of shit.
He's mad.
It's a shame you weren't there to see Ishtran's plunge from the tower. Although I see you've got ladders, so you could try it for yourself today. I'll skin you alive, you cur!
Your master's dead, and now it's your turn.
You don't stand a chance, asshole! I'll conquer these walls like it's a garden fence!
In your dreams,
You think? You fuckers only amount to a handful.
a handful of warriors with far more experience than you. You're used to having numbers on your side. You've never had your mettle tested in a tough battle.
You're fooling yourself! You know full well how this is gonna end. Your days are numbered. Pray you get killed in battle, otherwise it's the noose for you. Today's your judgment day!
You're gonna die, you bastard! I'll take care of it myself, just like with Istvan.
Enough talk! On my command! Attack!
Oops, hold on, not like that. But I do actually want to pause to chat. Looks like it's time to throw another gay off a roof, so to speak. Actually, wait, hold on. No, I want a crossbow for this. It seems like a crossbow kind of fight. Oh, oops. I forgot to equip bolts. I should probably equip some bolts, huh? Like one... Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, that will do just fine.
Watch out! I can't get a
Come on, then!
Take that, you worm!
Oh, jeez. Oh, come on.
Now you're mine, you...
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot you! Now I'll show you! By God's will! Die!
I can't handle this, damn it! No mercy!
Need a breather.
Show you.
There we go. Is that enough of them? Is there any more? Ow, my bones. You shot me. With a gun. Ah! I think I poisoned him. That was nice. Really? Maybe they should stay put. For, safety. Oh, they have guns? Guns, like handguns. By that, I mean a stick with a mini cannon on it. It was invented in the late 14th century, mid-late 14th century. It's a thing. At least in Europe. It is, in fact, a period-accurate thing. This is something that people, frankly, people like me sometimes, but people who mostly know the Middle Ages from fantasy don't quite realize is that guns, firearms of various sorts, were invented quite early. They were around, although they were relatively rare. Usually quite expensive. Oh, come on. Am I going to have to kill him? Might have to kill him. Anyway.
Come on! Let's get out of here before they break through!
One of the things that really comes up in, for example, like a Dungeons and Dragons context, that who you fighting for, Mosa? Anyway, yeah, it's D&D, for example. There was no time period when there were rapiers and full plate, but not guns. Like, the matchlock was invented before the rapier. I mean, look, we're even numbers. This is not a challenge. Most of them don't have helmets for some. Okay, well, fine. Hans doesn't either. Whatever. Woo! That's quite good.
Eric! Stay out of it, Blackamoor! Or you might get hurt. What you keeping at? Move it!
That is a handgun. Yes, Henry could absolutely solo this entire army. Give me a good choke point.
What are you waiting for, you idiots? Kill them!
Yeah, the cutscene really did nerf Henry. That is true.
To the crypt! Stop hanging around! Come on! Come on, move your asses!
Oh, is he gonna last stand them?
Burn, you bastards.
Oh no. Oh. No, they did not abandon somebody. Oh no. Okay. Well done. Well planned there.
I can't hear! I can't hear! I can't hear!
Oh god, come on, really? Well, there we go. Let's get out of here. Ow, god, that is actually hurting my head a bit. Hey.
Henry!
This way? No, that's not right, is it? Is that right? I'm trying to remember which way we're supposed to be going here.
Henry!
What? Why are you black? Oh god. That would be the perfect time to ask that naturally.
Oh, Henry.
Brother! Thank God! He's alive!
They won't get me that easy.
You're a tough one, true enough.
And damned lucky to boot. Thank Christ!
Enough of the speculation. Let's go! Ador Janos and Kubienka have already gone on ahead. Capon too.
He was trailing behind us like a day's sheep. I hope he didn't get lost.
Shit, yeah. Ever since Nabokov, he's scared as hell of confined spaces. I ought to go and check on him.
Let us go then. There is no time to waste. But it is not very pleasant here.
You're right.
What else was I supposed to do?
If only that was all.
Sawbones at
The horrible
Sigismund's
creeping cold and the dust.
You could have just watched while they killed us all.
Actually, where you're at.
Oh, it's choking me.
Which way am I supposed to go?
It's colder in here than over there.
There is a draft here coming from
Up that's not it. That's the actual main entrance to the
faster
crypt.
way to get out of here.
I expect his head's ringing like a church bell.
Oh, excuse me.
Impossible.
Oh, hey, Capon. Excuse me again. Sorry.
Are you in the passageway?
I don't get it. I was so scared. But there was no other way out. And now it's gone. Completely.
So you managed to conquer your fear?
Cool.
Not quite. I was really afraid. Shitting myself.
His
But
bow
my
is still
just
meant.
feet carried me on into the passageway. And then there was that terrible noise. I collapsed on the ground. I started thinking of Nabokov. I thought I was finished.
After all, a cannon was
But
involved
then
there. Yeah.
I came to. And that was it. It's a miracle.
Does he have a concussion? Like, that's a possibility.
So you're alright?
Never better. As you can see, I'm no easy mark. And you? You had it pretty bad for a while, eh?
I'm alright.
That's good. Thank Christ for that Musa fellow. Remind me to thank him properly for saving you.
We've got to keep going.
Right. Let's go.
Alright. This way.
What was that bullshit? Where could he have heard that?
You believe that cockot? I do not.
Chciał was tylko wkurwić.
I think so too.
Excuse me, guys. Thank you.
That he only
Thank you for excusing me. That's not right either. What in the world? Where am I supposed to go?
Enrico, idziemy? Rozumiesz?
Let's go.
Bogu dzięki. Chcę jak najszybciej stąd.
Okay. In case you didn't know, that guy is Polish and psychotic. That's not it. This way? Right? This is right? It's always very disorienting in these underground tunnels and mines and things. Oh, this is not the way through. Okay, good. Great. Wait, does this mean we didn't get the silver? The whole reason for going.
Dalej, dalej, zwiewajmy stąd!
Okay, but like, where? Hi, everyone. Excuse me, sorry. I have no idea where we're supposed to be going. Is this the right way? I'm so confused. Sealed. Is it? Is this it? This might be it. Is everyone following me? No one's following me. Maybe I'm not going the right way. I'm not going the right way. Shoot. Man, yeah, no, this is where we started. Okay. These tunnels are really disorienting. Listen, Grace, here's the thing. You say somebody has to make an edit. I say just do it. That is how I wind up. That's where I get a lot of my memes. Is just when I have a thought of, hey, you know, it'd be a good meme. And then guess what I do? I just make it. I don't say somebody needs to. I just, you know, open up some editing software and boom, just do it. Okay, this. Excuse me, everyone. Pardon. Maybe it's this way. Ah, there's a ladder. Okay, we're good. We're good. Just use this. Clip this. Clip this. Literally, this live stream. Just rewind, screen record, do it that way.
Vite! Quickly! Get it loaded and get ready. They could be here in a moment. Il n'y a pas de temps à perdre. No! Bracie! Kurwa! Almost! Ale nam się udało. A teraz za mną! Musimy stąd spieprzać. Te sukinsyny depczą nam po piętach.
Je suis désolé, mon ami.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
But if only the madman Eric had done the dirty work for us, as I wished.
Wait! Kill them! Don't be stupid! French can't betray us!
He's trying to make up with his silver.
yeah, probably. Yeah, he got his own guys. He is...
Henry, we've got to do something about those archers. Understand? Do you hear me? I've got to get rid of those archers or we're fucked. Cover.
Okay, fine. I will work on that myself. Fine, go. This way. No, that keeps going up further, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, keep going. This isn't right either. Shoot, I've gone the wrong way. This is... I thought I was being clever. I thought I was going to flank the archers. Instead, I left all of my dudes to get beat up. That's not good. Oh wait, they're right here.
Here's Henry!
Show what you're made of.
Ooh, ouch! Ooh, he got me. That's good. Okay, very dead.
I feel quite hungry!
Show your stuff.
Come on. There we go. Ow! God! Okay. Bring it on. Come on. Okay, that's good. Okay, there we go. Excellent. Angry Henry has entered the chat. Entered the melee.
Damn it! Listen. Oh, fuck. Żaboja. Ujebał komara.
Ironic.
Come on. You still owe me 50 groschen. You know how many fucks that would buy? Huh? Huh? Swoją matką.
Yeah, the Shining reference, excellent. Yeah. No, that was very good.
We've got to move. Get him onto the wagon.
No, no! Ah. No. Do not hold corpse. Better to take living.
We have to go.
Niech choć raz w życiu odmówię modlitwę w spokoju.
Mount up, everyone. We're leaving.
Oh yeah, no. Certainly, Grace, things were not going to end well.
Boże. Zgrzeszyłem. Właśnie przed chwilą zerżnąłem żonę sąsiada.
On the one hand, you probably should have started this before Godwin left, but...
Wielu ludzi. Przeważnie jeszcze większych. Skurwysynów niż ja. Może to sprawia, że to mniejszy grzech. Święć się imię Twoje, przyjdź królestwo Twoje.
Be on the alert. They might be nearby.
Fuck!
Well,
There's one of them lying around.
not a good man, but... perhaps repentant, at least.
They can't have got far. We'll catch up with them outside of town.
I mean, yeah, probably. Having all that silver is not gonna exactly let them go very quickly. The plan was to basically sneak out of town. Now that they're having to run, that's a bad situation. Very bad situation. That was close.
Horsemen!
Kubienka has been hit!
Ooh. It was a bad hit.
The Suckdal!
Oh, Grace, he was saying maybe less of a sin talking about the people he killed being particularly bad men. Which is true, but doesn't necessarily make it less of a sin.
Open the gate!
It can under some circumstances, but not necessarily.
We did it. Well done. Nice. Get going.
Are you all right?
Lend us a hand, for fuck's sake! With a wounded man here!
Quick! Bandages and water, now! You're right. You're right.
We've also got, like, basically a handheld camera.
Are we all
effect.
here?
No, we are
Wow,
fucking
that's-
not. The Pole is dead. And Kubienka too.
Kobienka? You saw him fall?
With my own eyes. Fuck it.
Jesus Christ, are you mad?
Oh yeah, they get the Tom request. Yeah.
Come and squash us like lice. We need your help. We need God's help.
Yep. Yeah. Agreed. If they break the initial assault, take some of that silver, with one or more of the nobles to go gather allies, pay people off with it, then they actually have a chance of breaking the siege. They are going to be sieged by Sigismund's army. But if they can get that silver out of there, then they have a
do you think?
good way of breaking it.
Have we got any chance against them?
Oh god, the army's right there.
Oh, sure.
That's rough.
But against that whole army...
I mean, Henry can do it. I don't know. Yeah, Grace, I don't know if they're going to be able to get silver out of there. That is like maybe a mile and a half. That is a really
Henry,
narrow window of time.
wake up!
And they're not showing it one way or the other.
Sigismund is pulling out with his army.
What? Really?
Sigismund is pulling out.
As if his arse was on fire. God, what I'd given to see his twisted face when he found out he doesn't have the coin to pay his army of mercenaries.
That is a good point. He probably does need to disperse or move the army before they find out they are not getting paid. This is a kind of urgent situation for Sigismund. Okay, maybe this will work. Maybe this will work.
How do you know Sigismund has pulled out?
I sent Captain Frenzel and his men out last night scouting, and they saw it with their own eyes. Ask him yourself. He's with the others in the courtyard, already boozing it up.
No, not a good idea.
What if his withdrawal is just a trap?
That would be a costly trap even for the royal coffers. To withdraw an entire army just like that. Not likely.
Where do you think Sigismund and his army withdrew to?
Where do you think? Back to Hungary, of course. I heard reports that Ladislaus of Naples disembarked in Zadar and declared himself king behind Sigismund's back. While he was sticking his fucking nose into our affairs, back home someone torched his throne right under his arse. And then when we took all the silver he had to pay his troops, he had to quickly withdraw his knights.
Where are you getting
The
this?
only thing he's left behind here are his royal turds. Now's our chance to turn the tables.
What are we going to do now?
We have to contact Jobst and the other lords. They're amassing an army to face Sigismund and liberate Kuttenberg. Jobst will surely be very interested in our prisoner, von Bergov.
And is someone on the way to deliver that message?
Not yet, but they will be soon. Rutard and the other lords are going to Podebrad. Jobst's army is amassing near there, so they will relay the message to him.
Can we rely on them?
Certainly. As soon as Jobst sends the last of Sigismund's lackeys packing, Rutard and the others will return to power. You know what? It might not be a bad idea if you reminded them of who they should thank for yesterday. They're getting ready in the Outer Bailey to ride out.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll have a word with them.
It's enough to talk to Rutard. So get going. And try to get there sober, all right? I can hear the dry devils drunken babbling all the way up here.
Okay. This feels like it's going too well. Yeah, something is very wrong, especially because we know that there is a... Oh, God. We know there is a siege of this castle because it was in the prologue. The prologue of the game was the siege of this castle. But I wonder if it doesn't include Henry, because I know in the prologue we were playing as Goblin. So I don't know, that's interesting. Very interesting. I'm hungry, which is not a good place, not a good way to start a siege. Where is my honey? Much. We got so to. Actually, hold on. Let me check my quests. Speak with Janosch and with the others. Yeah, no, let's not get drunk. Janosch seems unusually somber. Well, yeah, Adder just died. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Hey, Janosch.
Janosch? Why don't you join the others? Sigismund has withdrawn. We've won.
I know. I don't have taste for booze now. We lose good men yesterday.
Yeah.
Adder, he always say, I die in bed with tits of pretty wench in hands. Instead, he die like dog in fucking courtyard with hole in gut. And Kubienka, kurva. I do not know which one I have more adventures with.
I did really like Bianca.
Do Peter. Everything go to shit. Leave me, Henry. I want to be alone.
Yeah, I get it. Is what really a good man, though? Meaning, Adder? Adder is not a good man, but repentant. Oh, that's interesting. A soldier from the Isle of Man? In Chechnya? What? 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 Okay, that's very strange. That's an English coat of arms. Okay, anyway, that's very strange. Oh, there's a few of them. There's another guy.
Sigismund is buggering off back to Hungary.
You have the feet. It's the legs. It's just legs. No, I'm not drinking. Anyway, though, yeah, it's hey, I'm glad to be back. Great. Sorry I missed. But and I will say, I think we are approaching the end of this game. I don't know how much longer there is. Maybe another week, maybe 2. Probably not much more than that. Excuse me. But it's getting close to the end of the at least of the main story. And so that means we're moving on to something else soonish. So we're thinking about what?
Sigismund's withdrawn.
Hi, Frenzel.
What exactly did you see? Sigismund really withdrew with his entire army?
Oh, hey. The men and I rode out towards Kuttenberg on patrol. The army was almost on its way then. They mobilized so fast. Someone must have set their tents on fire. At first, I thought they were moving on us, but we followed them a good way, and they carried on southwards. Sigismund's knights, the royal troops, and that human horde.
Let's hope they won't be back.
Oh yeah. No, Grace, not. Adder was not a good man. Please recall, Adder was the one who absolutely ruined the plan so that he could fuck another man's wife. He's also the one who killed the cardinal. Accidentally, but still.
Have a safe journey.
You really don't want to join us?
I can't. Sigismund might have pulled out, but there's still work to be done here. I think Žižka will want to wait for Jobst.
In that case, you ought to come with us. We'll be relaying a message to Jobst. I'm certain Hanush will be there as well.
He
Certainly will be.
Then you could continue along with me. And you and Yitka could get married right away. You know, it's high time my cousin's daughter got married. And, Sir Hans, trust me, she has no shortage of suitors.
Oh, okay.
Glad to hear that. She must be very pretty, eh?
So that's all that matters to you, you lout?
No, no, of course not. Beauty isn't the most important thing.
I'm just pulling
What?
your leg.
All right.
Yitka is a pretty girl, don't worry. As I say, come with us and see for yourself.
And what about her father?
Harold, don't worry about him. Even if he doesn't like you, which I highly doubt, as his cousin and Yitka's guardian, I'll change his mind. But I'm certain that won't be necessary. What could be better than uniting the Kunstats of Podjebrad with the Lords of Leper?
Of course. But I'm still afraid the wedding will have to wait. The land isn't safe. The king is imprisoned. Our work isn't over yet.
You don't mean to tell me that you plan to go to Vienna to rescue the king?
If Sigismund doesn't release him, then we'll have no other choice.
All the more reason to have the wedding soon. What if something happens to you?
Yeah, no, that's a good
worry,
point.
sir. Henry and I have survived worse things.
I don't know. I'll have to talk with Hanush about this. Now, I need to get ready to leave. Take care, youngster.
Have a safe journey. Send my regards to Yitka and Sir Harold.
He's on board. He's just a little nervous. That's all.
Are you leaving with Bocek, Sir Hans?
No. I'm trying to explain to Bocek that our job's not over yet. Isn't that right, Henry?
Go.
Oh, I don't know. If you want to go and see Yitka, I reckon we can manage without you.
Henry doesn't know what he's talking about, my lord. I have the highest position here, as you know.
True, but...
As you know.
I've made my mind up. I mustn't be distracted by affairs of the heart while we have a town here in the clutches of the enemy.
I certainly didn't intend to upset you by my insistence. At least Yitka will have time to prepare for your arrival.
Oh, good.
Since we're all together here, I must thank you both. If you hadn't freed us from captivity, Sigismund's supporters would have shown us no mercy. Especially after that robbery.
We're glad to have helped.
I agree with Sir Hans.
So both of you, take care. I hope we'll all see each other at the wedding.
Yeah, I think this is pretty close to the ending. Yeah.
Of course not.
God be with you.
I think we already passed the point of no return, which was the start of the Italian job. I'm not completely certain of that, but I think that is
Good day,
roughly
Henry.
the situation.
We're about to leave.
All right.
So you're leaving?
Yes, thank God. After all that's happened.
I hear you're going to Podjebrad.
We have kin there. We can't return to Kuttenberg for the time being.
I agree.
I'll miss you.
Wait, I haven't properly thanked you for saving Father. Oh, why not? This is probably the last time we'll see each other.
Oh.
Thank you.
Farewell, Henry. Your heart is in the right place.
With Teresa. Yeah. Anybody else I gotta talk to before we go?
Speaking of which, Utard and Odorin have alliances in Podjebrad, but I have nowhere to lay my head.
That makes two of us, and Podjebrad is not so far. I'd rather pass right through and keep going.
Further? Where to?
Maybe to Mielnik. I have some friends in the clergy there. By the way, I met Zbinko Hasse of Hassenberg when he was still a provost there.
What? Zbinko Hasse? But he's the Archbishop of Prague, isn't he?
That's the one. It's a small world, isn't it?
Oh, Grace, Teresa is the is Henry's love interest and betrothed, maybe, depending on your choices in the first game, maybe betrothed. From the first game. She is the one who, or one of the people who is at least partially responsible for saving Henry's life. after Skalitz was attacked. Well, not exactly. After he went back to Skalitz to get his sword back. She wound up saving his life at that point. And so eventually... No. Bianca died at right near the beginning of the first game. She was basically Henry's girlfriend, maybe betrothed, but more so just girlfriend. But she died in the attack on Skalitz. Teresa made it out and returned to save Henry. And then eventually they wound up together at Talmberg. Hey guys. Is there Odorin?
Godspeed, Father.
Odd one? No. That's okay. Okay, yeah, let's wrap it up. Let's keep going. Let's move this little caravan on out, shall we?
All ready to go?
We're about to leave. It's good that you're here. I wanted to thank you. If you hadn't got us out, who knows what would have happened to us.
Do you think Sigismund really withdrew because we stole his silver?
It definitely wasn't the only reason. But it was probably the last straw for him. Such a campaign doesn't come cheap. And without plundering the region, he has nothing to pay his men. On top of that, I hear there's unrest in Hungary. I think that he actually went home to suppress an uprising, rather than fleeing from your band of marauders. No offense, of course.
Still counts. That's still a win. Yeah, Grace says, I know that she died, but it seemed he was pretty into Bianca, from my memory of the first mission of the first game. Yeah, but it was also more like almost a childhood fling. And he really grew into his manhood very quickly after that. Just because he, really by necessity. Both Bianca, his parents, and almost everyone he knew and loved died in the attack on Skalitz. And he wound up going from a blacksmith's son, an apprentice, to the bastard son of a nobleman, the squire of another nobleman, and a man-at-arms who basically saved the what would you say, realm? Not quite realm, but country. Let's go with country. There you go. But yeah, no, Henry really had some growing up to do really, really quickly after that. And so Bianca was more like his, I guess you'd say probably childhood fling. And then he wound up more like settling down with Teresa. Or not. You don't actually have to do that in the first game. You don't have to settle down with Teresa. And in fact, you can, I think, somehow, you can romance and... I don't know how far it can go, but you can in fact romance Rosa in this game, either instead or as a replacement. Which is a little bit nasty, but whatever. Or you also can... Nasty to Teresa, I mean. Or you can also romance Catherine. Again, I don't know how far either of those go, but you in fact can. Oh yeah, thank you, no thanks. Go ahead and hit that like button, people. There are a bunch of people watching, so smash that like button, as they say. Also, since you bring it up, if you'd like to contribute to me doing this, and so I can put more effort into live stream videos, etc., all that sort of thing, you can in fact donate right over there on ko-fi.com/Professor McCoy. That I appreciate even more than a nice like and comment on the live stream. But there is that. In any case, also, speaking of other things I'm doing, while we're waiting here in the middle of a conversation, Henry is staring dead-eyed, just slightly off the camera. If you haven't seen it, check out my most recent Stupid Little Podcast episode, where this one it's just me. I don't have a guest on this time, and I'm talking a bunch about the philosophy of time, how it relates to God, how God relates to time, and therefore what that tells us about how God relates to us and to his creatures. It is, I think, a pretty interesting episode. It's a really interesting and really complex topic where I focus sort of as a touchstone on C.S. Lewis, But then I wander through some of the scholastic philosophers who also talk about the topic, mostly Anselm and Aquinas, both of whom are who go into a great deal more detail than Lewis, but are also somewhat more confusing. And so I kind of walk us through both of their explanations and arguments very slowly and methodically, and once again using Lewis, who's much more accessible as a sort of touchstone, because he is an excellent communicator and explains very complex topics at a relatively shallow level, but immaculately clearly. So, anyway, continuing our conversation. If you do have, if anybody has watched that and wants to chat about the topics I covered therein, feel free to bring it up. It was, it's philosophy of time is one of those things that I never intended to develop any expertise in, but I wound up doing by accident, just because I knew very little about it, but something. And in conversations with colleagues back in my grad school days, with other grad students and even professors, no one knows almost anything about philosophy of time unless you study it specifically. Me being the exception, because I read the scholastics and they touch on everything. And so I knew a little bit about philosophy of time, and so I sort of accidentally developed a reputation for being that guy who knows about the philosophy of time. And so when people asked me about things, I would then research it and find some more information. And so I would know more for the next time. And then the next time people would ask me and I would know more about it. And then, but I wouldn't know what I needed to. So I would go and research it more. And so basically I just developed this, I wouldn't say expertise. It's not a sort of area of specialization. I don't know where MSimp is. Somebody at him on Discord or something. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's not my like area of specialization in my academic research focus or anything like that. But I am quite familiar with a lot of the literature on the subject, both contemporary and historical. So it's a fascinating area, but one that usually makes my head hurt. So yeah. All right. Anyway, so let's see.
What happened to you when they imprisoned you at Rabors?
They took us to the Italian court, where they locked us up. We couldn't go outside, but otherwise they treated us decently. But that could have changed at any time, once Sigismund decided what to do with us. Fortunately, that never happened.
Maybe he wanted to use you as hostages.
Probably.
Probably, yeah.
It's good that you freed us.
He did need that, especially after we robbed all of his silver. By the way, my coffee for tonight is a blueberry cobbler flavored coffee from like New England something brand. It's actually like, I tried it out because it was on clearance, and I figure it was on clearance because people weren't buying it at the store. But you know, it's pretty good. It's weird. It's very much you can taste blueberry. It is blueberry coffee, which is not a flavor combination I thought I would like, but it's actually pretty good. It's not sweetened or anything though, which is a little odd for that kind of flavor profile. Oh, no thanks, since I just started playing, just got to the second map recently. Oh, okay. Totally different strategies, really. Really, your strategy is not just get really good at melee combat and beat the living hell out of everything that moves. It was basically my strategy. Also, I'm incredibly slow and methodical in a lot of my gameplay. I do everything that isn't the main quest first, and that's a really old habit from older games. Although that's actually quite common. I think that's probably the more common way people play games, or at least it should be. I think it's the right way. But yeah. Oh, you do bow and stealth. Okay, I'm bad at archery in this game, so that's part of it. The other part, I don't know, are you playing on mouse and keyboard or controller? Because controller is way better for melee combat. Way better for melee. If that might be a factor. As far as combat goes, getting good at it, it helps having relatively recently played the first game. because the first game, yeah, I'm better at crossbow than bow. That's certainly true. But I've switched back to bow recently because the draw speed is way quicker. I don't use it much still, but either way. Oh yeah, you were in all over the first game. That's right. Okay, yeah, that's right. It's been a while. But yeah, the first game, the combat is overall a bit more complex in the first game than this one. However, in this game, it is the skill does transfer, right? The combat was more complex in the first game. And in this one, it's more like the ceiling is lower. Let's put it that way. Like the skill ceiling in this game is a bit lower than in the first one. The floor is still around the same spot. Like you gotta get at least a little bit good to get anywhere in either game. I beat it like 10 times. Oh, you beat it sinless. Wow. Okay, yeah, that is no enemy deaths. I assume except for like scripted events, things you have to do, but wow. Yeah, I have not done that. I've beaten the first game twice. Once on stream, then once again afterwards. Before I started this one, basically. A little bit before I started this one. You had 8 sword when you found Tomcat. Had to use Bane Poison. You had 18 when you took him and demolished him. Well, part of that was because I had 18 sword. The skill points really do make a difference. And a lot of that is because I take the game really slow and methodically too. So I take my time to practice. I take my time to skill up and level up and all that. And also, like you said, I go in. I'm a melee fighter in these games. I'm way more adept at melee fighting than ranged, or even than sneaking. I had bad luck sneaking in this game, as you may have noticed a few times. Oh, you had 30 stealth, thievery, and survivor. Okay, yeah, okay, fair enough. You got me there. I still don't have. I think I have 30 survival, but I don't think I have 30 stealth or thievery. Still, like as of now, I don't think I do. Oh man. Ray says, I have a sense the skill ceiling is lower as they're expecting someone who's already played the first one to be the main demo for this one. Yes, maybe. But also, I will say there is a lot of people who I've talked to, or at least interacted with online, who didn't play the first game and played the second one, or played the second one and are now going back to play the first one, something like that. So yeah. Ray said Henry being slightly autistic with the empty stare and broken speech at the moment. Oh gosh, do this in real life as someone with autism. Yeah. I get like this sometimes, to be fair. I've never been diagnosed with any autism spectrum disorder or anything like that, but especially when I was a kid, I certainly had a lot of the signs and symptoms. Am I using Henry's Foxes? Oh, I don't as much as I should. I don't use potions as much as I should, really. That's a good point. Maybe I should just be doing that if I'm trying to stealth. Forget how to play the game sometimes, you know?
Zizka says you shouldn't forget what's most important now.
What did he mean by that?
To report everything to Margrave Jobst and win back Kuttenberg. Without him, we can't do it. He definitely needs to know that Sigismund has withdrawn.
Don't worry. I'll get together everyone who's remained loyal to me, and we'll join Jobst. Then we'll liberate Kuttenberg together.
I hope you're right. I won't keep you. I wish you Godspeed.
I wish the same to you, wherever the wind may take your band. Thanks once again.
Grace says I'm only playing the first one because the second one isn't on Switch. Well,
don't worry about that.
The first one's really good, so you're be glad you're not missing out.
See you soon, God willing.
First one is really good.
That idle king of ours is not going to free himself.
With 30 charisma and speech, there's no such thing as stolen items. Yeah.
Time to get boozing.
Okay. Bad idea.
A rider? It's one of ours. Keep the gate open.
Is it Kubienka? Did he make it? Kubienka made it! Ah! Oh man, I'm genuinely relieved. That's, oh man. Let someone help you, Kubienka. Oh, dude. Oh, ow. He landed on his sword and everything.
Are you alright? Should we call someone for you?
I'm just beaten up. It will be all right.
You took an arrow to the, like,
You
kidney.
crazy fucker. Where you been? Hey!
As we were riding away, they shot the horse out from under me.
Oh,
I was
okay.
lucky it didn't fall on me.
Oh, okay, that's much better, I guess.
When I fell, those bastards caught me and took me hostage. I lay tied up in a wagon in Sigismund's camp, awaiting my fate. Until the early morning, when Eric came to me.
Interesting. Oh, you picked the wrong Samine choice. We burned them all down. I got tricked by Otto. Oof. Yeah. Same. We at least okay. Well, no, that's not true. We actually did let the father and son. We let the family go. We got them out. But we did. We killed what's his name, the captain, in the fight, and then we burnt down Samine anyway, so that the family could get away. Basically. Wait, you probably know this. You probably watched my stream. But...
Did they torture you? What do they want to know?
No, that's just it. They didn't torture me at all. The whole lot of them were gobsmacked from what we did. They went to tell Sigismund about the robbery. They wanted him to send reinforcements.
But Sigismund gone.
He turned them down. Then Eric got into a big quarrel with someone. A bit after that, he came and untied me.
Wait, what do you say? Eric let you free?
Aye, but on one condition. That I find Henry and give him a message.
Yeah, let's hear it, I guess. Oh, Burgrave, that was his name. Yeah, he did it, not you. But you chose with him, since Lord of Samine was clearly lying. Yes, he was, but also Burgrave was insane, like clearly going absolutely nuts. It was an interesting choice, honestly. That whole sequence, basically working with Otto, and then eventually against him, was a fascinating series of double crosses.
What message?
Wait till you hear this. You'll shit yourself. He's waiting for you in what used to be Sigismund's camp, and he wants to fight you, man to man.
I didn't expect that from him. What do you think? Should I accept?
He crazy. Desperate. Let him fuck off and die.
I saw the army withdrawing, but Eric still stayed. It seems like he's serious about this.
Just him?
But if you give it a miss, I won't mock you. There's no point in risking your life again after something finally worked out for us.
Do you think it's a trap?
It's thing like dog's arse.
I looked him straight in the eyes when he said it. I reckon he's serious, Henry. He wants to sort this on his own. It's personal.
This is a really bad idea. But if the entire army did actually leave, and Eric stayed by himself, I'm perfectly happy to just kill him. Totally happy with that. Oh, you didn't want to get too far ahead. Yeah, that is true. And also, yes, I did some things in different order. I did every side quest possible in the Trotsky region. before finishing, except for one, I think. I didn't do one of the side quests for, what's his name, the hunter, the drunken hunter who lives off in the west. I forget his name. I went back and did one other thing. That's it. You think you'll be done before me? I honestly think that I will be done next week. So maybe, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna try it. You know what? Screw it. Sauerkraut one? Yes, I did. But I think I accidentally like started it off stream. So I missed the initial conversation, so I had to kind of fill everybody in after the fact, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I did it. I know I did it.
Shit. Wait. You not go there alone, hey?
Well, when I think about it, I reckon I will.
I go with you. We fuck up that fucker good.
Thanks, Janos. But no, this is personal. You could say I owe it to him.
You fucking crazy?
If I were you, I'd forget about it. Who knows? He might be waiting for you in the bushes with a crossbow.
I think he wants to take me on man to man.
It's up to you. My job was to give you the message, and I've done that. Break a leg. I need to go and rest now.
Understandable, I suppose.
And you, Henry, think about it good. You know, you talk to Zizka first.
Yeah. Jiska's gonna say don't do it,
right?
which is probably wise.
Hey?
What? Do you really think falling from a horse would put me out of action?
I followed you there.
I assume they trampled him or stabbed him
Really
or something.
was. If not for Eric, God knows what they'd have done to me.
You small fry friend, they not pay ransom for you.
Right. And you're made of solid gold, eh?
Oh, Kubienka. Yes, that is also true. No thanks. I did some grinding off stream. A fair amount.
I'm going to bed.
It was funny. The reason I did that one in particular, where I suddenly had 30 crafting,
I bring you something.
was because I was off stream just traveling from place to place, and I accidentally killed somebody. I was attacked by some guy who wanted to fist fight me, and I accidentally killed him. And there was a guard nearby, and he chased me down. I was wanted for murder. And so I led the guard out into the woods and killed him. That was fun. But that made me wanted for murder in Troskowitz? I think it was Troskowitz. Which was great, because that doesn't go away for like 2 in-game weeks or something. And so what I wound up doing was I just went up to Takov, and I basically just lived the life of a medieval blacksmith's apprentice. Every day I would get up, I would start crafting, I'd make some horseshoes and make some swords, I'd sell them for more components tomorrow. And I just did that for like 2 in-game weeks over the course of a week between streams. Just waiting for the bounty to go away. Which, you know what? It did, and it was a delightful and peaceful life experience, I'll tell you what. Hey, Jiska, I have to ask some advice. Should I do something unfathomably stupid right now?
I'd like to talk to you about something.
Go ahead.
Kubienka brought me a message from Eric. He wants to fight, one-on-one, to avenge Istvan.
I wouldn't expect that from him. You must have really pissed him off.
Yep.
And I suppose he has a sliver of pride and honor in him after all. And he's betting you're the same way.
Yeah.
Will you accept?
What do you think?
I wanted to confer with you about it. Do you think it's worth it?
Well, if you turn him down, your honor won't suffer in the slightest. Eric is a desperate wretch who's been left all alone.
Yep.
But if you come to ask for help, you can forget about it. The men are nearly all drunk. And anyway, Eric would take to his heels if more of us showed up.
That's true.
So, what should I do?
I won't make your decisions for you. It might be a trap. He could be lying in wait to shoot you with a crossbow before disappearing.
That's what Kubienka said.
And again, maybe not. It seems this is very personal. If Eric's mere existence still galls you, you'll never get a better chance for revenge. So, what will it be? Will you accept his challenge?
Let's go kill the gay boy.
I won't be like Istvan, who hid from me. This is a matter of honor.
I don't know if that's a good idea, but I understand it's none of my business. Just be careful. Eric may be desperate, but he's a handy swordsman. If I were you, I'd try messing with his head first. People who lose control make mistakes. Since he wants to get revenge for Istvan, I'd try insulting him. I reckon that might throw him off. And in a state like that, he might forget about technique.
Thanks for the advice.
Okay, so... no thanks. You're displaying the game as a notorious, but tremendously skilled thief. Gotcha. Oh yeah, that is true. The number of fake doors is rather disappointing. There are plenty of buildings that do not have interiors.
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
Most notably and most disappointingly is the churches. Which is a huge downgrade from the first game, honestly.
Open the gate. I've got some unfinished business out there.
All right, but be careful. Hey, fellas! Open the gate! Henry's going out, and fetch him his horse.
Oh, okay, we're cutscening. Got it. I can no longer free roam. I see. Oh. It really is deserted. I mean, I guess I should have expected roughly that. Why is there a little active camp over there? What's the deal with that? That's weird. We're on the left. Yeah, I have to guess that the reason they didn't do... Oh, what is this? What is this? Interesting. I have to assume that the reason they didn't do all of the interiors like you're describing is to save development time, basically. Because all of that is more stuff to build, you know? Interesting. What's with the corpses? I mean, there's Eric's horse. That is his. No. It is just his. I should have poisoned my sword. You're gonna damage that. Oh, okay. Henry's actual father is Sir Radzik. Yeah. That sword is really, almost eerily similar to Henry's. What, a dueling longsword?
I see your comrade delivered the message.
I wouldn't dream of missing such a meeting.
Oh, yeah, no, I actually kind of like it better.
You've got balls.
Mostly just because it's got a fishtail pommel. I love fishtail
I think
pommels.
you wouldn't show up. You think you're better than me? That I've got blood on my hands, whilst you're some kind of defender of justice. Really? Just
Yeah, look, I'll probably get hit. I make mistakes in combat, just fine. I do make mistakes.
You're just like me. You murder in the name of revenge, and you don't care about anyone else.
Let's provoke and attack. But yeah, like I said, I have said this before, but I'll say it again, and I'll show my fancy sword. I love fishtail pommels. It is my favorite longsword design. It might be my favorite sword design, really. I can't think of. No, I guess maybe on a short sword I would prefer something like a coin pommel or something, but which I do actually have. I have a one-handed arming sword. It's a stage combat arming sword that is a sort of point pommel. But I love the fishtail pommel for a longsword because of that second hand. Very nice. Anyway, this sword, which by the way is from Swordier, which is great. They do great stuff. This is the older version of their Type 16A longsword, but they're either the older version. They also have a newer version as well. I think the newer version's an extra like $20-$30, something like that. This was like $200. Great deal for a sword like this. Highly recommend it. But otherwise, it is very similar to Henry's. It has the same. It's hard to see it on camera, but it has the same handle construction, well, imitated sort of, with the riser in the center and that sort of thing. It has that's almost exactly the same shaped guard, and it has obviously the same blade profile. It's very nice, very nice, especially for the price. Swordier is a great sword maker, especially for the prices they charge. Like even their very nice combat ready swords are only are like less than $500, which is just incredible that the sword market is there. Because I've got another longsword. It's just a stage combat longsword. It's not balanced as well because it's for stage combat, which is always that's difficult, you know. But it was like 400 or so. It's a nice leaf blade shape. It's got a nice swept guard and everything. It is quite nice, but man, this was, gosh, 7 or 8 years ago, maybe something like that. Actually, it had to have been more than that, but it was quite expensive. And man, swords are getting, especially European swords, are getting delightfully affordable, which is dangerous for my budget, but still.
You're nothing without us, man. You're all alone. No one cares about you. Sigismund, Markvart, they've all abandoned you. To them, you're nothing more than a dead mercenary's lover.
Don't you dare bring Istvan's name into your mouth, you fucking bastard! I'll make sure you die in pain. You'll suffer like the mangy fucking mutt you are!
Even if you succeed, it'll change nothing. You'll still be alone.
Yes, he is gay. This is Istvan's butt buddy.
You! No!
He's so big mad. Oh, not Torch.
You'll suffer for everything you've done!
Oh, I did get hit.
I'll avenge this man's death!
It's because I'm trying to Master Strike.
I'll put an end to you.
Come on, hit me. Ooh, that hit him good.
I'll put an end.
He's bleeding.
Say you killed this man.
Okay, there we go. I didn't need to bother Master Striking, I guess. Okay. He did get a good hit on me, to be fair. But I'm not bleeding. I'm just damaged.
What are you waiting for? This isn't finished. You're just the same as me. Just the same as Istvan.
Are you implying that I'm having some kind of a thing with Hans? Because I'm not doing that in this playthrough. Or any, really. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You thought you'd get away with it. Sigismund's parting gift to Markvart was your silver.
How? What?
And they'll make short work of you.
Damn it!
coward! Run!
What does he mean, your silver? Oh, does he mean Scallop silver? Oh. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Oh, I mean, Markfart was the one who led that army.
Close the gate!
That's not Sigismund.
I can see Prague colors.
Yeah, that's Prague, alright. They're Praguers. At least they don't have the finger of God. Cannon, that is. Ooh, jeez. Ah, hello, Imp Simp.
What the hell's going on? I've no idea. As soon as I spotted them, I came to warn you all.
Yeah, that's Markfart, isn't it? Yeah, Markfart was, like I said, I think the one who led the assault on Skalitz.
You cunt!
Steady on!
We don't want any hot-headedness here.
That is a flag of truce, right?
I've come on behalf of King Sigismund and Lord Otto von Berghoff, the Royal Chamberlain. It has come to our notice that the bandits who robbed His Majesty's treasury of a great deal of silver have taken
What's with
refuge
the
here in this fortress.
Damn it. I hate when this happens.
I've been charged with putting paid to this grave crime.
Greetings, Sir Markvart. This is an unexpected visit.
Damn it.
As the former mint master of King Wenceslas, allow me to correct you. Nothing has been stolen from King Sigismund since he is the Hungarian monarch, and the silver of which you speak belongs to the Bohemian king. I'd also like to assure you that we do not require the presence of the Hungarian king to bring order here. But then, I hear that's no longer his plan. So it would seem that you're out on a limb. As for Lord von Bergau, he's a guest here in my fortress, and we are negotiating.
Who's that? Oh no, don't you.
I think not.
How?
We want that silver. King Sigismund wanted your heads too. But if you behave reasonably...
Why is this lagging so bad? It's only on their side. It's only
Think
on
of
the
your
army side.
castle and your estates, Peter. Because if you don't surrender the silver, you'll be left with nothing but scorched earth!
What's it to be? Would you fight us? With that garrison that is so drunk that it couldn't guard one captive?
How did he get out?
We will not wait!
That was not...
That ain't you drunk or sober! You
That was
old
not
horse!
that was not a good idea.
As you wish. You will pay for this!
Oof. I mean, he'll probably survive that, but damn.
What are you staring at?
Look, he's a noble. He should know not to do that.
Were you gonna give them the silver?
It's all the same now. We have to prepare for an attack right now!
My words exactly.
Okay. Alright, well. Cheers, drunk devil.
Come and get it.
What's that distance? They're setting up probably closer than a bow shot. That's only about, what, 60, 70 yards?
To the walls! Go! Every arm back! Get to the walls!
I brought my weapons.
Move your
You go
arses!
straight to the walls.
Very good.
It's time for the archery. Oh, okay. I'm gonna need to arc my shots a little bit. Oh, fuck. Really? Okay, I hit one. He's dead. Yeah, the intro scene has to be at some point before the end, right? Oh.
No, you're mine, you bastard! Bleeding like a stuck pig. I need a hand here! Flank him!
Oh, murder holes. Oh! Oh! Oh, God! Oh, that was fucking brutal. Okay. Oh, I'm enjoying this. Crunch! Oh, God! Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Oh, God! Oh, that's brutal, but yeah, that's actually how that works. Yes, that's... Oh. How's my stealth upgrading from this? Okay, kill the guy with the ladders. How about that? Oh, God, missed him. Really? Is he just... Okay, there we go. That's better.
Zimmy! Get him from behind! Good! Hey, I need a hand here. I don't take no prisoners! Slice him up!
How do I knock down the ladders?
You're mine!
Nice hit! Get the fucking out, damn it!
I don't have a halberd? What do I... Okay. Hold on. Weapons. Do I need a halberd specifically, or I don't? Shit.
Fuck you! Slice him up!
Oh, that's Daredevil. I'm sorry, buddy.
No, I'll shoot you dead!
I can't get shot!
Where can I find a halberd? Right there. This'll do, right? Glaive, please.
Take no prisoners!
You led him on nicely.
He'll do. Oops. Let's do that. Ow. Excuse me.
Slice him up. That won't work on me. Fuck you. Hey, come on. Come and help me with this. You got him.
Okay. We're doing well. Bow animation slowing me down. Hey, we repelled the first attack. That's good.
They're retreating!
Good to see his hauberk is actually tucked up over his chin. That's good news. I think I actually commented about that in the intro. Oh, that is true. The bow was resetting it. That's true. I should have just put my weapon away, honestly.
Good work, men. Take a rest. What the fuck is going on? What are those Prague fuckers doing here? What do you reckon? They've caught a whiff of that silver Sigismund's promised them. They don't want to go home with empty purses.
What about von Bergov? Damn it! Was nobody keeping an eye on him?
I don't fucking know. That bastard was pretending to be on our side.
What are we gonna do?
We must send a messenger to Jobst and our allies right away. If they lay siege to the castle,
how though?
We'll need help.
Kurva! The devil really fucked things up for us.
Did he?
Seriously? Remember what it looked like in Nabarkov. If they had prepared for that attack, they would have swept us away. But thanks to Hinek's provocations, they rushed their attack. I think the devil actually saved our necks.
Did you see that hit Markvar took?
He'll survive it, I'm sure.
Will he survive it?
I've got to hand it to that drunk fool. It was quite a shot.
It's hard to say. His armor might have taken the brunt of the force, but it was a good hit nonetheless.
Maybe your revenge has been enacted already. You don't even know about it.
If only. I think we need to get some rest before the Praggers regather.
You're right, probably. Go then. I'll have a messenger sent and discuss the fortress's defense with Peter. If anything happens, I'll send for you.
What a fucking disaster. Why can't anything ever go right for us?
Al dente's fortuna juvat.
I'll say.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, we changed pretty quick. You're telling me you can't get anyone in or out for supplies when they're at that distance?
As if I could sleep in the middle of the day with that racket outside.
And the devil and his men will take the watch tonight. Perhaps you can rest then. But now we must go. Ziska sent me. He wants to speak with you.
Okay.
How do things outside look?
The Praggers are lying low in the village and building another camp on the road to Raborsh. No answer has come from Jobst yet.
So, in other words, we're still surrounded and cut off.
Why? What are you planning to pop off to the tavern?
What does he want?
As you know, he doesn't talk much. And now that he's the commander of a besieged fortress, he's twice as bad.
Where will I find Zizka?
On the walls. I'll escort you. It won't take long. And then you can see Janos for breakfast, and Frenzel for ammunition. Oh, and our new friend Musa was asking about you. I reckon he wants to thank you.
All right, I'll go and
me.
see him after.
I kind of owe him thanks.
But now, let's
deal
go.
with Eric.
Listen, Henry. Before we go and see Ziska, I have some advice for you.
Go on. Let's hear it then.
Don't question Ziska's commands. Especially not in front of Peter of Pisak.
Why? What happened between them?
The Lord of Pisak is none too happy that because of us, the Praggers are plundering his estate. And if he sees any indication of a rift between us, then he could entertain dangerous ideas.
I understand.
That's good.
I mean, he wouldn't betray us, but he would. He might make his own moves.
So the leather's rotten, but otherwise you can see the fine craftsmanship. Show them a bit of love.
Now here's a question: where is my chest? I might need my chest for a new and a different weapon, because I'd like to switch out the bill hook for that that halberd that I made. That's quite good. Hold on. Let me poison. Oops. Let me poison my my sword. Dollmaker. There we go. And some arrows. These ones? These are the ones I have equipped? Yes, right? Yes, perfect. This is the... Oh, your crossbow does 480? What crossbow?
What good with that? Come here!
Okay.
I have orders for you, Henry.
Wait, gentlemen. I don't mean to interrupt, but Shishka and I haven't finished talking.
I believe we have finished.
Really? Then I'd be interested to know what these honorable men think of our conflict.
Are you wondering how von Berghoff managed to disappear from under your thumb?
Me? You believed him as much as I did. While you were all celebrating the victory, he took advantage of the situation.
There's nothing we can do about it. Enough about that bastard. We have more important things to do.
We can't come to an agreement on whether or not we should try negotiating with the Pragas.
Defer to Zizka, I guess we kind of have to. You found the crossbow in the second room next to the mine in Devil's Den. Interesting. I must have missed it. Darn. Okay.
I know, my lord, that this fortress belongs to you. But I think that Zizka should make all decisions related to defense. He is the most experienced.
I should have known you'd stick together. I'm beginning to get the feeling I'm being held hostage in my own fortress.
Enough! If we can keep the fortress and the silver, Yobst will compensate you for any damage to your estate.
Yes, but we need to hold the fortress first.
And that's why I need to speak with Henry.
What do you want to talk
Imsip,
about?
go ahead, start your
Sir
questions.
Peter
You've
and
only
I
got an
have
hour,
agreed
so
that
better
I'll
hurry
be
up.
in charge of defending the fortress. But I can't be everywhere at once. I'm giving command of a company to people I trust. And you are one of those people.
Me? You want me to be a commander?
Well, it's about time, isn't it? You're a good fellow, and I know you'll take care of your men.
Okay. Sure. Let's do it.
Thanks. I'll try not to disappoint you.
I hope so.
Who else will be in command?
I've given a new company to you, Capon, and the Devil. Captain Frenzel is in charge of the rest of the men, but I still have the final say in all matters.
Reasonable.
How many men will I command?
6. I'm giving you Kubianka to help with commanding, and Samuel has volunteered.
There'll be a few men from Radzi Kobula's company as well. I think you'll know them.
And you'll also have 2 men from the local garrison, chosen by Godwin.
Dobrosh, the hunter, is an excellent shot. Wolfram the Knacker has no combat experience, but we need all the men we can get.
Okay, fine.
Unless you need something else before you go.
Right. I'll be off to meet my company then.
Don't worry, Henry. It's a solid group of men.
Have them report to you, and give them their first orders, so they get used to you.
Well, alright then.
I saw your new men playing dice in the outer bailey. The others you'll find in the dining hall or on patrol.
Recruit old friends, huh? I'm This is interesting. What's in here? Zuzana. Oh, there's Knacker. Wolfram?
You're Wolfram, the Knacker.
Aye. What do you want?
You've been assigned to my company. You'll be defending the castle with us.
Kurva. I knew I should have run far away from here when I had the chance. Why me? I like dogs. But I know how to be mean to them. I can even put them down. But to fight and look at the man whose guts I just tore open with the halberd. Fuck that. I don't have the stomach for it.
There's nothing to fear. Stay by me during the battle, and you'll be fine.
Aye. You can be sure I won't be charging forward myself.
Okay, Irishman.
I'll be waiting for you at the gate to the outer bailey.
Kurva. This won't end well.
Are you already on the way?
Aye. I'm going already.
The whole, what would you call it? Irish accent, but still cursing in Czech is quite funny. Irish Bohemians. Yep. Look, certain accents just sort of indicate certain personality types. His accent indicates peasant. Here, let's do this little wash. I would like to find a shrine. Is there a shrine anywhere I can pray at? I'd like to pray. How you doing, Catherine?
Henry, you are still alive.
You want to talk? How are you?
I cannot complain, my friend. But I do not know enough swear words in your language to express my feelings properly. But seriously, the fever has gone down, and the arrow did not hit anything important inside of me. So, I will be fine in a few days. Thanks mostly to Catherine here. She's taking such good care of me.
I could take even better care of him if he didn't go wandering off all the time.
Oh, Mimsim, congratulations on the date. You met on Facebook dating. I'm old and married, so I didn't even know that was a thing. But cool. Good, I guess. Not typically your type physically, but is extremely compatible personality. Good. That's, good start. And I will say, like I've said before, don't necessarily get hyperfixated on like your type, especially physically, because that can change and develop, especially over time, with an emotional connection and with eventually. But if it doesn't click, it doesn't click. So on the one hand, on the other hand. Anyway, says, I'm finding it somewhat difficult to find her physically attractive. It isn't that she's ugly or anything, but rather her race ethnicity is what I take issue with. I don't want to throw this away since I've been praying for a wife for a long time. Don't. Look, like I said, first of all, don't tell her that. And don't let her hear this. So that's kind of probably pretty important, frankly. Because that's not what a woman wants to hear. I don't care if it's true. She doesn't want to hear it. Okay? Don't say that. But go along with it. Just feel things out. Get to know each other well. If you wind up again, how do I say this? Physical attraction is somewhat fluid in a sense, right? That when you once you start, like I said, developing more of an emotional connection, the physical attraction will almost certainly get there. I'm assuming you're not like repulsed in any way, so and hey, if you've already got other dates scheduled, great, and she really likes you, that's always good. That's always good. And let me also just say, I don't think this is all that rare. Maybe it's not universal, so maybe this doesn't apply to you, but it probably does. A woman being attracted to you is one of the most attractive things that a woman can be. Okay, that is just enthusiastic attraction is one of the key components of attractiveness when it comes to finding women who finding women attractive, finding women who you want to date or to marry, etc. So that is a big factor. So good. Like I said, don't necessarily like force yourself into a situation where that you ultimately don't think is going to work out, but give it a try. Don't just lie to yourself and to her in the long term, but wait to see if that changes and give it a real chance to. And also, quite frankly, feel free to just manipulate yourself. That's a thing you can do, by the way. Actually, tell you what, I'm going to put a link to it. My lecture on Stoicism is relevant here. It is one of the first philosophy lectures I have on this channel. And it really is, I think, particularly relevant to this sort of issue. Because we are our minds, everything that goes on in here, and in here for that matter, is incredibly malleable, and is largely dependent upon your own free choices. Now that can be that can require habituation, but habituation is also dependent upon your own free choices. Right? So again, if it's something that is internal to yourself, it's entirely up to you. Attraction is entirely up to you because it's entirely internal to yourself. So that is something that you can sort of, manipulate yourself into. So there you go. On another note, she told me on our date, as we discussed theology, she's Protestant, hence my questions about marrying a Protestant last week. I see. She told me she attended a Catholic Mass years ago. I told her it wasn't a sin since she was ignorant of the law. Was my correction of her correct, or is it still a sin even if she was ignorant? You mean she received communion unworthily, in other words? So it is objectively sinful, but she probably was not culpable. And because she's not, so that is a weirdly fine distinction, and it's not a distinction, quite frankly, Protestants are comfortable with, typically at least. But I would say that it is objectively sinful. In other words, it's objectively wrong, but it wasn't her fault, right? If anything, maybe don't go this route, because I will say this as a philosopher because I'm pedantic, but if anything, the fault may lie with those who either brought her or even maybe the priest or communicant who allowed someone to receive unworthily. That's a bad thing, and someone is responsible for it, even if partially. So there is probably some culpability somewhere. I'm interested to know where she got the idea, at least, because if almost certainly somebody gave her the idea and should have also said something like, "Oh, but don't receive communion," because go into somewhat of an explanation, i.e., that Catholics believe this is the true body and blood of our Lord Jesus Christ, and if you don't believe that and you say Amen, you are in fact lying, and that's a sin even by Protestant standards. Let's thank Musa first, because, he did save us.
I've come here to thank you for what you did for me at the Italian court. If you didn't help me, who knows if I would have made it out of there alive.
Come now. If you had not helped me when they wanted to accuse me of Tretan's murder, Grozav would have had me drawn and quartered. Maybe I should have left with you when you gave me the opportunity. But who could have known they would begin shooting at me?
No thanks doesn't see why that's a sin. Well, there's two aspects of it. One is the intrinsic sinfulness, which is essentially receiving our Lord unworthily. Which is, straight out of Scripture, right? Is to receiving communion without discerning the presence, without discerning our Lord's presence, which is, Not just gravely sinful, but damnable. And that's just straight out of Acts. Acts, right? Is it Acts? Or is it one of the epistles? Shoot, I don't remember. You see, I'm not. You see, I'm Catholic, so I don't know my chapter and verse all that well. Sorry. Yeah, I can be self-deprecating. In any case, though, the internal reason is again that it is the true body and blood of our Lord Jesus Christ, and to receive that without acknowledging that that's what it is gravely sinful. Especially if you outrightly deny that's what it is, right? Which most Protestants will say that, no, this is just symbolic, or no, this isn't really what the church says that it is, right? And so that you're receiving our Lord, but you are rejecting him simultaneously. Right? I always say, when you're trying to figure out what is wrong with an action, one of the best things to do, a good rule of thumb, is to search for a contradiction in the action itself. Find where the action is self-contradictory, where you're acting and acting against, which is certainly the case here. And if you can find that, then that is a really good indication that what you're talking about doing is wrong. Now, that's what's intrinsically sinful about receiving without discerning the body. What's extrinsically sinful, even sinful from the Protestant perspective, is when you receive communion, the priest says the body of Christ, right? And the entire celebration of the Mass is ordered towards the Eucharist, which is the true body and blood of our Lord Jesus Christ. And when you receive, you reply, Amen, which is acceptance and agreement with that proclamation. Now, if you don't actually believe that, you are lying to yourself, to the priest, to the congregation, and most importantly, to God. And lying is wrong, right? Especially when it's something so dramatically important as that. Protestants take communion, though, he says, even if they say it's symbolic. You can quibble about that, whether they do or they don't. I saw a little response video by some, I forget who it was, some Catholic creator that I at least somewhat follow, who was responding to a Protestant saying communion is symbolic, and he basically just responded, "Yep, yes, your communion is symbolic. I agree." But yeah, that is the point, right? But in any case, right? So, it's to say that Protestants take communion and Catholics take communion is it's a significant equivocation, because if you were to ask a Protestant what Catholics think they're doing when they take communion, they would have to say, if they're being honest and if they understand the Catholic doctrine, they are committing idolatry, and we are committing idolatry because we are worshiping that particular thing, the host and what is embodied in it. We are worshiping that. We're not just taking it as a symbol. It is worship, true worship. And to do that, if it's not Jesus, if it's not God, that's idolatry, right? And so there is this strong categorical difference between Protestant communion and Catholic communion, right? And so that's one thing, right? But then also, if you are assenting to what is being proclaimed by the Catholic Church, then you are essentially you're committing idolatry. You're saying, you're vocally stating, even if you want to say that lying isn't a sin, which I think is wrong, but I'll get to that in a minute. You're vocally proclaiming idolatry. When you say Amen, you're saying, in this act, I thee worship. I worship God in corporeal form here. Or you're at least, right, even if you have some sort of mental reservation, right, even if what you mean by that is something different, that is still an act of idolatry objectively. You shouldn't do that, right? You should avoid that sort of thing, right? Which is why all of the early Christian martyrs were martyred for refusing to offer a pinch of incense to the genius of the emperor, right? Because the emperor is not a god, is not even a god, not even a god, let alone the god, right? And maybe you can just say with mental reservation that, well, when I'm offering this pinch of incense, I'm not actually worshiping the emperor. I am offering reverence to the emperor. It is an act of piety, patriotism, if you will. But that's not what it is objectively. And they would not just do that. So, again, there's something gravely wrong, even from the external Protestant perspective, about receiving Catholic communion and not believing what the church teaches about it. And if you do believe what the church teaches about it, and you receive communion, believing that it is our Lord Jesus Christ, then what you're doing is you are also gravely sinning by disobedience to the church and therefore disobedience to God. By receiving the sacrament before receiving the proper initiation to the church, you're violating, if nothing else, obedience to licit authority. Imsimp asks a really good question. I will come back to yours, no thanks. But this is a really good and relevant question that I don't want to let slip. Imsimp asks, why did the Romans not simply allow Christians to pray for the emperor or on his behalf to be blessed by God? Because the whole point was placing the emperor as the sole and primary unifying factor for the entire empire. If you're going to have something that is above and primary to, that is of greater significance than the empire, then you are disloyal. It was a show of absolute subjection and therefore absolute loyalty. And so they needed to get the Christians, and the Jews for that matter, to submit themselves to the emperor as the ultimate authority, rather than having something above the emperor as the ultimate authority, because that is a kind of sedition, as the Romans saw it. Which, by the way, is exactly the same thing that you see in modern American society. If you say that your loyalty to God is above your loyalty to country, most Americans will say that you are unpatriotic, at the very least. Excuse me. The question of vampirism and cannibalism. I can tell you what. Ask this in Discord because I have some good resources on the matter. The short version is that it is part of partaking of the sacrifice of Christ, right? And if you want to be really strict, then it is not cannibalism because it is not. The limiting factor would be that it's not in any way destructive to, the one that you are worshiping and eating. There are plenty more resources to this that I can point you to, but that's the short version. The more important aspect of it, though, is that it is partaking of Christ's sacrifice. It is uniting your own self and your own will to Christ's sacrifice. It's applying the blood of the sacrifice to yourself through this ritualistic process, which goes all the way back to the Old Testament, goes all the way back to the Mosaic Covenant. Imsimp has been says he's been rushing through his promised Lent and 3 rosaries a day, trying to get them over with rather than simply enjoying them and really meditating on the sacred mysteries. That's fine. That is allowed. You can do that. Rushing through it is still doing it. On the other hand, there's also nothing. Unless you have taken a vow, internally or externally, and you know that you have, if you have, there's nothing wrong with altering your choice of Lenten sacrifice. If you think it will be more spiritually beneficial to more slowly and deliberately pray a rosary rather than 3, then that can be acceptable. That can be perfectly acceptable to God. Unless you have made a solemn vow or promise to the Lord or to a representative thereof, like if you've done this as part of a religious vocation or religious vow or whatever. If you have done so, then no, you can't just back out of that. You can't just break that. That's wrong. But if you have not done so, if you've not made a formal vow, even in your heart, you have not made a formal vow to carry through something, then changing it for a good reason is perfectly licit. No thanks says, I never took Catholic Mass, that is to say, communion. But I took class 3 times. I'm not sure if I understand it. My whole family's Catholic, but they never taught me. I read it for myself. That is tragic, but common. Yeah, it's I will say, in the modern age, as much as I hate this formulation of it, in the post-Vatican II church, we are really bad at catechesis. Tremendously bad at catechesis, especially on a just sort of mass level. That's really rough. It's really bad. Bishop Robert Barron has talked about this quite a bit. That the sort of beige Catholicism that we really get is really detrimental to the spiritual good of people who are already in the church, and maybe even more so people who are getting ready to enter the church or who are interested in entering the church. You would benefit from maybe talking with my wife, who also was sort of agnostic, maybe apatheistic, but became Catholic. But her then RCIA, now what would be OCIA experience was woefully inadequate. It was all feelsy and not at all doctrinal, and so basically she just taught herself everything there is to know about Catholicism within reason by watching and listening to literally at the time, the entire back catalog of Catholic Answers live, going back from the first time they were recorded and posted on. It would be way harder to do that now because it's been like 10 years since then. So they've had 10 years of 15 hours a week. Not 15 hours, sorry, 10 hours a week. Since then, that's real rough. All right, Imsim, yeah, go ahead. But on 2 occasions, okay, hold on. On 2 occasions, my godfather asked my grandmother to start a novena for the repose of his soul. Both times she said no. Why? That's odd.
Do you need help with anything?
Of course I do. With everything.
We've gathered up all the supplies we could find.
Yeah, I think it did. It must
but
have.
it's not enough for a long siege.
Maybe you could tell the others to try not to bleed too much.
Or just to die straight off and get it over with.
That's not
But
good
if you
advice.
have any injury or ailment, come here and we will help you. Yes? Do not risk losing your limbs to save us trouble.
Okay.
I ought to leave.
Take care, friend.
And don't forget we're here. If you happen to fall off the walls or get an arrow in the arse, come see us.
Oh, I did see, Imsimp, your comment, One Nation Under God, to which I will say, get your head out of your ass. That's not real.
Hold on. I'm just going to...
That was added basically as a protest to the Pledge of Allegiance by Christians who were upset by it. A few Christians, not most. Most Christians were not all that upset by it, unfortunately, but some were, rightfully. Imsim says, I said that an unlicensed Mexican pharmacist was taken down permanently in a joint U.S.-Mexico operation. Unlicensed pharmacist. Now that's a hell of an innuendo. My godfather asked my grandma to pray for the repose of his soul. He never knew him personally. Oh, of the unlicensed pharmacist. Based. You should absolutely pray for, even... Let me tell a story. Very relevant to this. The abbot of the monastery, the Benedictine monastery, St. Leo, where we used to regularly go to Mass, included in Mass intentions every single week prayer for either those who commit violence around the world, or especially if there was anything in the news where there were, particular, say, enemies of the U.S., or people who had started a war, like specific armies who had started a war and had basically committed war crimes. He would include those people in the mass intentions because it's absolutely crucial to remember to pray for those who need it the most. Because if there's any hope for their salvation, we should always hope for it. Imagine if you were the guy who started a war. Yeah, like if you had committed heinous war crimes. Yeah, maybe you did. But look, if I did, especially, well, first of all, if I did, I would want you to pray for me that I might repent. If I had repented, I would want you to pray for me that I might be forgiven. And even if I were forgiven, I would want you to pray for me that the consequences of those horrible actions might not be so bad. Right? That is absolutely a spiritual act of mercy. 100%. I always thought that was like an incredibly beautiful thing. Abbot Isaac. It was just this brilliant, beautiful insight that even one of his generic ones was that we should pray for the terrorists and those who commit violence around the world. That is such a beautiful intention to include in the Mass. And he did every single week. And yeah, I would say it's a case of forgiving those who trespass against us. Maybe not even against us, but those who trespass. Right? It's not even necessarily forgiving, because yeah, you do need to forgive those who trespass against you, but those who just trespass in general, like even against others, we can still pray for their forgiveness. And we can pray for their repentance as well, that their hearts might be turned to Christ. Another favorite psalm of his was, "Do not wish for the sinner to die, but to turn to Christ and live," or to turn to the Lord and live. It's Psalm 120 something. It's a favorite of mine too. It's also in, I think, in Deuteronomy. There's a very similar version to it, but it gets repeated in the Psalms. Yeah, no thanks. We should pray that the terrorists turn to Christ. In fact, now is as good a time as any. That they may see the light of Christ and turn from their ways, seek repentance, and be forgiven, and that we will someday see them in heaven. Yeah, no, I saw some clips and quite a few still images of what happened on Sunday. It was well, in addition to praying for those who committed the violence, we should also certainly pray for the victims as well. But everyone involved needs prayer. At what point can you forgive a trespass but say, okay, they need to go down? This is part of why the Catholic Church differentiates and separates the forgiveness of sin and the temporal consequences of sin. Because you can be forgiven and still have to deal with the temporal consequences, whether that is punishment, whether that is being physically stopped, or whether that is the natural consequences of one's own actions, right? Suppose I get drunk, and suppose I was not fully culpable. I didn't really mean to. I didn't realize how drunk I was getting, and so by the time I realized it, I was already drunk, and my judgment was already impaired or whatever, right? So I'm only partially responsible. Really, I'm negligent more than anything else. And so it's still sinful. Maybe it's not mortally sinful. But look, while I was drunk, suppose that I did something very stupid. Whatever it might be, use your imagination, right? I still have to deal with, live with, suffer from, and if I'm going to do the right thing, try to fix the consequences of the actions that I committed while drunk, while it wasn't fully my responsibility. I still need to do something about that. Even if I'm forgiven, I still have a responsibility to fix it to the extent that I can. And maybe even to be punished for it. Right? If I get, negligently drunk and I wind up hurting someone. Yeah, I'm responsible for that. Maybe not fully morally culpable, but the consequences still fall to me. Think of it this way. Suppose I get, again, say accidentally drunk or whatever. Suppose I hurt myself. Suppose I decide that it's a great idea to jump off of the roof and see if I can land safely. And I break my leg. Well, guess what? I'm still going to be in a cast for a few weeks, right? I need to suffer those consequences. It's not like being forgiven. It's not like going to confession will heal my leg. My leg is still broken, right? And so we can differentiate these two things, right? Forgiveness from temporal consequences, right? There are these natural consequences to sin. Sin really does bad things. It has negative effects. And you have to deal with those negative effects, even if you are forgiven for it. So the same applies to others as well. Even if you forgive those who trespass against you, you still might be doing the right thing to stop them from doing it again. And a lot of that has to do with intention, right? So if somebody, going again to something like the principle of double effect, right? I've talked about this in terms of self-defense before. If somebody tries to rob you, right? Breaks into your house, armed robbery, say, and you shoot them, right? And you end the threat. If you then finish them off, like double tap, then you're murdering him, the robber. If instead you disarm him and wait for emergency medical EMS to get there, and say even pray for his recovery, then you've done the right thing. You've defended yourself and your home and your family. You haven't murdered him. Even if he dies, right? Even if he doesn't make it. So again, there's this distinction between, and again, you can still, right, hope that the best happens for him. Hope that he recovers, finds Christ, is redeemed, and you'll see him someday in heaven. In fact, you should. But even if that is what you hope for, if it doesn't turn out that way, even through your own actions, you could still have been doing the completely the right thing. Again, it's an important distinction that we can make, but it's a careful and fine one. There's a fine line there.
You all right? What happened?
My family. I don't know what happened to them.
How come?
We live in the village below the castle, but I work here. When the attack began, the people in the village stayed there, outside.
Oh, God.
I'm sure they made it to a safe place in time. I saw it with my own eyes from the wall. The Pragas were in complete disarray. There was plenty of time for everyone in the village to hide before they attacked. I'm sure you'll meet up when this is all over.
I hope you're right. We have kin in Old Kutna. They might have fled there to hide. Thanks for what you've told me.
Exodus 22, 2-3. Okay. That must be the other. It is also in the Psalms, though, isn't it? Doesn't it get sort of repeated or rephrased or reiterated somewhere in the Psalms? Am I just completely mixing something up here? I could have sworn it was in the Psalms somewhere. Uncle Holbla? Who? Oh, God. Yeah. Like if a guy comes into your house at night, you can kill him and not be guilty. Yeah, exactly. That's a. Well, you can be not guilty. You could also be guilty. It depends, right? If, for example, a guy breaks into your house at night and you shoot him, and then he starts running away, trying to get away, and then you empty your magazine into him as he's fleeing, then yeah, you killed him, or at least you tried to. That was attempted or murder. That was either attempted murder or murder. But if, somebody breaks into your house and you shoot him and then he dies, no, that wasn't murder. You are in the right. You're not guilty. Howdy, Samuel.
Here he is, our new fearless and shameless commander.
Shameless?
Let's drink for courage.
Maybe later.
Gladly, but not now.
Aye, anyway, it is still too early to drink.
Why have you come
Amen.
to see us, Henry?
Well, not for me, though. It's 11:40 here.
Fair enough. Now, why don't you two go to the Outer Bailey with the others, eh? We'll talk about the rest there, and I'll give you your orders.
I cannot wait to hear his speech.
Well, let us go then.
Imsimp, interesting question. Would you consider selling your house if the child of a previous owner offered to buy it for double its current value, enough to wipe out your mortgage and have money to buy another house in cash? So, first of all, purely hypothetically, yeah, absolutely. No question. We need to upgrade anyway, frankly. We're gonna need a bigger house. Not immediately, but soonish. So, yeah, probably. Yes. But then also, on the other hand, that won't happen. And not just because no one is going to offer that much above market rate for a house, but because this house has no previous owner. We bought this house new. It was when it was freshly built. So it has no previous owner and no children thereof. So nope. That was 30. That was a very nourishing pot of stew. Grace still not asleep somehow. Starting to be a fight. Well, we're wrapping up soon, so don't feel too bad. Don't call her Sasha. She'll yell at you. Saoirse. I'll even type it out. That is how you spell that. It's an understandable mistake, frankly, but don't make it in front of her. She'll be mad. And hey, yeah, you know what? Maybe she will, in fact, buy our house back from whoever buys it from us, in 20 years or something. That'd be kind of cool. I will say, I would almost want to live in my childhood home, but on the other hand, it's too small for a family of 7. It really is. So, no, probably not. I would probably not buy my parents' house. Let me put it that way. It'd be a nice house to retire into, though. That's for sure. I would say that. Then again, they are just now retiring, so it's a great house for them to retire into. Oh, you still have to post your Marvel fanfiction? Yeah. Might send it as voice messages? Really? Is it not written?
Excuse me.
I would have thought it would be written. No? Oh, speaking of reading things aloud, I have been thinking. So I've been wanting to read. Okay, let me start from the beginning here. We've been reading. What's it called? That Hideous Strength, in the book club, the third of C.S. Lewis's space trilogy, and in it, a character references a book called Taliesin Through Logres. By Charles Williams, who, by the way, is a real... Oh, who are we shooting? Oh, they're targets. Okay. Who's a real author and a real book. It was Charles Williams was one of the Inklings, a friend of Lewis, and the book was a collection of Arthurian poetry, poetry about Camelot and King Arthur. and he uses the sort of anglicization of the Welsh name for Camelot, that being Logres or Llagre. Or Llagris, or something like that. Or however you pronounce double L in Welsh. Something like that. Oh, can I climb this? I want to try. Come on. Henry, you can do it. Oh, God! Not gonna try that again. Oh, that would have been interesting. Oh, gosh. Anyway, sorry. So, anyway, this book is... I've looked. I've been looking basically all day. I've been looking for an audiobook version. And unfortunately, one does not seem to exist. And so my decision, I've kind of decided that I want to just read it and record it so that there is one now. So if I actually follow through on that, expect it either in whole or in part to be up on the channel eventually. So, because I want to do it. I want to have that. That's one of those things I've always said. Not always said, but I've said a lot. That if there is something in the world that doesn't exist, but you wish someone would make it, or you wish it did exist, just make it. Just do it. Nothing is stopping you. I mean, that said, something might be stopping you, right? If I didn't have the equipment for it, or I didn't have the voice for it, or whatever. Maybe, or I didn't have a copy of the book, or whatever. But I found a copy of the book. I might get a physical copy, like, from the library or something. But either way, something might be stopping you. But by default, nothing's stopping you from just doing the thing. Just do the thing.
You've been assigned to my company.
I've heard. I still can't believe they're besieging us. I hope that God gives me a chance to do some good deeds before I go and see my family in heaven.
You lost your family?
My wife and daughter were taken by disease. I'm all alone now.
Oh, gosh. Well, let's do some good, shall we?
Decided to practice shooting from the walls?
Aye. I don't hunt much anymore, so I have to practice my aim. Also, shooting from up here is a bit different. Care to join me? We could have a friendly competition.
Sure, why not?
That's a good idea. Let's do it.
Ha! May the best shot win.
Archers, take up your...
Hold on. Oh, I have practice arrows. Okay, that's fine.
positions. Let them fly.
Nice.
That wasn't too bad.
I'm doing very well here. Okay, I think I'm gonna win. Ooh, you got a bullseye. All right, all right. I've gotten 4.
I'm shooting like Apollo himself today.
Oh, I missed one.
Two more points in the bag.
Tight groupings. There we go.
2 points.
How did I get 50?
Great, not terrible.
How did I get 50?
You know how to shoot. Good job.
I missed
Thanks.
one.
You're not a bad shot yourself, but that's enough.
I didn't
practice.
miss one. I got
I'll
it in the
summon
2
my men
points
to the
instead of
outer
5.
bailey. There, you'll get to know each other and receive your first orders.
Fine. We'll see each other there.
Oh, 3 for finishing first. That's probably it. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, I need to actually equip some proper arrows now. There we go. I need to find my chest. I really need to find my chest. So that I can find my halberd. Nice gatehouse. I dig it greatly. Yeah, I shot way better than Kingdom Come 1. extensively better. No. I'm assuming my room is still my room up there. It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier in 2. Yeah, I feel like it. It might be. Maybe it is. I don't know. Klaus says, I feel like there are probably way better subjects to spend time becoming well-read. For example, U.S. Air Force knowledge kind of trails off in the mid-70s. I mean, that's not necessarily necessary either. Again, unless it is unless it's a particular, you have a particular reason for it. I mean, that's the thing. Remember, don't forget this. Curiosity is in fact a sin. That is to say, the acquisition of knowledge purely for the sake of appearing knowable or appearing knowledgeable is sinful. Or also, acquiring knowledge that is not yours to know is also, again, the sin of curiosity. That is a real thing, by the way. I'm just saying. Boom. Boom. Oh, okay. No, Klaus, that was in fact a joke, wasn't it? I get it. I get it. Okay, you were making the point that I was making, but doing it funny. Sorry, it's late. It's almost midnight. What am I still doing up? Each to it. Yeah, that is correct. Imsip asks, if a person were cloned, would the clone have a soul according to Catholic teaching? And you answered your own question correctly. Despite being being genetically a copy of another person, they have their own unique intrinsic soul. So, yeah, correct. How do you know if you should know it? Usually it's fine. The sin of curiosity is not usually something you just sort of fall into. It's if it is it's something that is like straightforwardly not your business. Like if you're learning for the sake of gossip, then that's wrong. Or for example, if you are, oh, there is a shrine here. Can I pray here? No, I can't. Really? You're not gonna let me pray? Rude. Utter, absolutely rude. Why can't I pray the shrine? There's a little chapel. I would think it would be here for a reason. I guess not. And then of course the other part, right, is that if you are pursuing the knowledge to be seen as knowledgeable, that is also definitely wrong. Because that's just pride, right? The Brunswick's poleaxe. I'm going to put away the bill hook. Or Protocols of Zion or whatever. I mean, if it reverts to pride, it's wrong, yes. Or if it is... if it serves as a distraction from something you should be doing. Right? That can also be wrong, right? It's another, like, procrastination by reading Wikipedia is a good example of the sin of curiosity. Actually, hold on. How tired am I? I'm not. Okay, we're good. What if you know that all of your intellect comes from the Lord? Then maybe you're not doing anything sinful, right? That it could be fine. Yeah. So about productivity, talents, right? It's the sin of curiosity is an odd one, right? It is mostly to do with occasions to other sin more than anything else. Klaus, that's not true, though. Klaus says about the protocols of the Elders of Zion, there's absolutely no reason to become knowledgeable on proven hoaxes. You can be there can be a reason if you expect to need to correct someone on it. Right? If I know a bunch of anti-Semites who take it seriously, maybe I should look into it. Not because it might be true, but so that I can more effectively convince people I care about that it is in fact a hoax. Something like that, right? In other words, there can be a reason to look to study things which are false. It's the same reason we might study heresy. To be fair, I know very little about that particular brand of anti-Semitic conspiracy theory. And by the way, I don't mean conspiracy theory to be merely derogatory. I don't mean it dismissively. I think that conspiracy theories are often true, but from anything I have heard, that one isn't. But again, I don't know enough to make a solid argument. So, maybe not. I assume, though, again, from everything I've ever heard, it's not really credible. But yeah, Klaus, if you wanna give us the rundown briefly, in the space of a YouTube comment, or if that includes links or whatever, feel free. It is of course useful to disbelieve false things. You bet Tucker Carlson likes it? Protocols of the Elders of Zion? I don't know about that. That seems derogatory.
What do you want? The fortress is now under Zhishka's command.
Oh, that sounded derogatory too. Okay. Alright. Oh. There's some tension we're having.
I wasn't paying attention.
Righto. I said this Tuesday, and I will say it again in the last 3 minutes of our live stream, that one of these days I will get taunted into discussing the JQ. Not because I think that there is a really legitimate basis for what most people mean by the JQ, but because there is an aspect of the JQ which is at least interesting. It's just that it doesn't apply specifically to Jews. But anyway, I'm not going to go into it now because I don't want my stream taken down in the last 3 minutes. So.
Dear God, thank you for creating such tasty animal.
Amen. Amen, Janos. Amen.
How are we with supplies?
Not bad. We put all in heap, hired hands counting it.
Do you want more?
Supply from you? Not bad. Not bad.
How much do we have?
For few weeks for sure. But we got to count it right.
Okay. He took my food. I mean, he took my food, but also... Hold on. Did he? Oh, he did. Hold on. Wait. When he says he took my food... Oh, he did? Wow. He actually did. Did he take it out of my chest, too? I'm curious. I need to go look now. Hold on. I need to go check the chest. Curious. Yes, Klaus is correct. That is what that means. Oh gosh, oh boy, the whole interview between Tucker Carlson and Mike Huckabee. I kind of wanted to talk about it, but oh, see, look, I have 100 honeys. I think I'll be fine. Should I just withdraw all of these? Oh lordy, yeah, there we go. I'm good. I can last for like A year. Oh god. Actually, I'm curious. What is the weight of that? That is it's 0.8 pounds each. So that's 80 pounds of honey. Oh, we're going Winnie the Pooh mode.
I'm sorry.
Oh gosh.
I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
Don't tell Saoirse. Now, if I had 80 pounds of honey anywhere, yeah, she would probably want most of it. Oh gosh. Okay. All right. Well, we're out of time. So we're gonna finish assembling the rest of our crew next time. We're gonna finish. We're gonna do more of the siege. We might actually finish the siege. I actually don't know. We might finish the game in Winnie the Pooh mode. I swear, I've been going Winnie the Pooh mode this entire game, though. I have subsisted almost exclusively off of honey and other people's stews since this game started, but whatever. It is the right way to eat in this game, frankly. Anyway. Alright. That's all I got. It is about midnight, so I gotta get going. Thanks for joining me again. I had a good time. I will see you again on Thursday for more Fable. If you haven't caught my latest podcast episode, it is linked right there below. It's audio only, so watch it on YouTube. Watch on YouTube, or listen on YouTube, or listen on Spotify. It's the same thing. Enjoy. It's about time. It's a fascinating and weird and headache-inducing subject, so enjoy it regardless. Otherwise, I'll see you for Fable on Thursday. I'll see you for more Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Maybe the rest of it on Tuesday. So, have a wonderful evening, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Welcome back. No thanks. It's been a little while. So, hit that like button. If you haven't. Why haven't you? Go back and watch some of my old live streams. Go back and watch some of my old videos too. Most of my videos are like evergreen when it comes to subject matter. So go through them. You'll enjoy stuff. You'll learn something, maybe even. Anyway, until next time, thanks for joining me. And remember, don't be safe, be well. More importantly, be good. Have a good night, everybody.